And boom! Welcome back to another video. We're back in the Peak District on an unusual Sunday night. Up early and back to work tomorrow, but haven't been able to get out for a few weeks with going to Boston, which I didn't vlog, you might have noticed. Then I went to Italy for Laura's birthday, which I also didn't vlog, so that's good. So we've been a bit lacking on the front, but we're out tonight. And I might say, what a wonderful evening it is tonight. We're out somewhere called the Dragon's Back in the Peak District. Now you won't be able to tell from here, let me spin you around. That's part of the Dragon's Back, and that's where we're going to sleep tonight. But when you're on top of it, it's sort of in line and curves around. That's called Chrome Hill, and I've forgotten what that's called, but not quite as cool hill. You can see the sort of rocky outcrops that sort of make it look like spines on a dragon's back, but it'll all become more apparent once we're up there. I've never been up either of them, to be fair, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a bit of a climb. It's not like it's not the highest we've ever camped, obviously, but it's you have to walk up from the very bottom. So it's fairly steep, but it's fairly short. You get it all over and done quite quickly, which is something I'm very fond of and rather familiar with. Anyway, let's get stomping. Oh, dinner. Thanks for asking. Got an interesting tea tonight. We've gone with an Indian twist. It's not a pre-made meal, I'm going to cook it. And candy with Andy returns. I'm already too warm in this fleece, so that was a good decision. That's where we're going. Let's get some stomps on. Judging by that person stood there, I'm guessing that ridge there is the path up. Just got to go around the back of this here and then up the top. I think whilst we're just on the way up, it'd be a really good time to talk about the technology in the hat I've got on my head, which is something I never thought I'd say, but I was on about it the other day when I was streaming. Look at this. It's waterproof, right? I never thought we could come this far. I thought caps were done and dusted. You can fold the peak, beak, back, whatever you want to call it, both ways if you want to. You can fold the other way. And it's got a buckle as a clasp. And it's waterproof because it's wax. I never thought we'd see the day baseball cap technology advances. What a world we live in, honestly. Truly special. Drink that in, boys. Look at that. Honestly. England's unmatched. England is unmatched when you get out into, so I mean, this is, bear in mind, this is like 30 minutes from Stoke as well. Maybe 40 minutes if you take your time. What a gaff. If we were in France now, we'd be going, fucking hell, this place is unreal. What a gaff. Look at it. Right. We're going up there. I keep saying that, don't I? Yeah, alright, you've seen it now. That's enough. Smaller hill, Parkhouse Hill, that's called, I just remembered. Even the rocks look a bit scaly, don't they? Do you know what I mean? You can see why it gets its name, Dragon's Back. And that's where we're going. Okay, that's, I'm going to say it every time now. That's funny, isn't it? I'll just keep repeating that now for a laugh. Jesus, I'm blowing. Bar you. Ooh. Hey up. Cheers. Ooh, the thighs are burning already. Whew. We're only about 20% of the way up and you can already see the Dragon's Back there at Parkhouse Hill forming. That's where we're going. It's fucking miles away. Well, it's actually not, but it's a hell of an incline. But if you want to eat KFC and sweets and chocolate and have a gut on you like I have, this is the price you pay. All my doing, but I bloody love KFC. And 11 secret herbs and spices, man. Next level. Heavy this. Well, like I say, it is for me. But like I said before, the reason it's called the Dragon's Back becomes clearer and clearer. There's another spine, we just walked up that, but obviously we followed that ridge up. And that on the other side, so not far now. Where they are is not actually the peak, so that's good. Sun's going down. Oh, let me turn that around. Sun's going down over the hill, but man, look at the view. It's early March. We're absolutely blessed with the weather. I reckon another 400 metres of stomping here. It should be there. The wind has come at a very, very pleasant time. I don't know why you're so close to me, sorry. And I don't know what the sound quality is like. Hopefully okay. Woo! I feel rested though. I mean, I've stopped for 3 minutes. Basically, I feel rested. I got my breath back. Heart rate is sit down quick or you might pass out. No, I'm just kidding. That's how I feel though. Right, come on. Pour up or shut up. Shit or get off the pot. Just tripped over my own walking pole. Oh, by the way, do you remember that video I did in the peaks where I said, swallow your pride, bring a walking stick? Stand by that. I just got to this ridge and thought we're at the top. We're nowhere near the fucking top. Wait. That's got to be the spot, right? There in a little dip, out the window a little there. Should be able to watch that sun go down from there. Just going to go and touch the top and then scout this out. Wow. That's it. Made it to the top. Sun setting in the distance. Got to keep my voice down because there's other people at the top. I don't want to bore them as well. Look at that sun glow. I'm going to go and find that spot that we looked at down there. You know what? In hindsight, got a bit out of breath, but the walk wasn't really that bad. The view's unreal again. The old Dragon's Back. You can see why they call it that. Let me spin it around. That big spine there. And the small one that you can't really see now, but that's down there. Unreal view, man. I don't know what it is about watching a big ball of burning even hydrogen. What is it, 90 billion light years away or whatever it is, I don't know. 90 million light years away. It's quite far away. Just watching that disappear behind some hills is like mad, isn't it? It's a bit kitchen 4 o'clock in the morning conversation this, I know, but there must be something that triggers something like animalistic in us to just watch that and go, yeah, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? What is that? It's definitely something inside us that goes, yeah, that's sick, watch that for a bit, that's relaxing. There's something from like, something biological from years and thousands and tens of thousands of years ago that we look at that and go, yeah, that's a bit of me. But I don't know what it is. But it's every time you see the sunset, you go, whoa, yes, man. I mean, especially in a setting like this. But it's definitely windier than I was anticipating. I'll tell you that for a bag of nought. I brought my Lanshan 2 with me, which I didn't think I'd be using at the start of March. But it should be. It's not too windy. It's probably like 15 or something. But when I looked on the forecast, it said 5. I was going to bring the Solo because it said it was going to be 20 mile an hour wind with a bit of rain. And then that was on like Wednesday. And then yesterday I had a look and the forecast had completely changed. So I thought, well, I'll bring the Lanshan if there's no wind, because it's a cool tent to use. It's light, obviously. I haven't got much to carry, but it'll be fine. And I haven't used it for, oh, tripod nearly went then. I haven't used it in a little while. In fact, the last time I used the Lanshan is when my sleeping pad deflated on Winnett's Pass. And I had and it was like late August, early September. And it was a horrible night because I couldn't get warm because obviously I was just sleeping on the floor. All your heat gets lost to the floor when your sleeping pad deflates. That's why I now bring one of these, a closed cell CCF mat, closed cell foam, whatever it is. Because I've at least got some sleep now. I ended up putting like all my coats underneath me and stuff, like trying to stay. Thinking back now, it was about 1:30 when I went, hang on, this isn't staying up. And then it started getting worse throughout the night, and it was coming out the valve. And it's that Keyless gear one that I've got now as well. And I messaged the company the next day and said, look, I'm sorry, but it's not good enough, this. Can I have my money back, please? And they were, so to be fair, this is hashtag not sponsored. But Keyless gear since then have said, I think I might have said this on another video, but they said, yeah, we like apologies for your bad night's sleep. We will issue you a refund, but can we also send you out a new pad? Because since you bought yours, we've adjusted the valve and it won't happen again. And I was like, well, yeah, if you want to, yeah, thank you. So I got my money back for it, and they sent me a new one out. And it was all through Facebook Messenger as well, which I've never had customer service through Facebook Messenger. They're really good. And then this one I've had now for, probably used it on 10 camps. You've seen it on the other, if you've watched any other videos, like when I was camping on snow in the Roaches, that's the one I used then. Although that was its limit. That was bang on its limit. Like I could just feel the cold. But the sun is just dipping behind there. I think the last person's just gone off the top of the hill. So I'm going to get my tent set up, I think. I do know someone that tried to wild camp up here and got moved off by a couple of farmers down the bottom end. But I think because I'm not camping near the edge, I'm just on the inner, the interior of the hill, if you will. I don't think they're going to see me anyway, so I'm going to get the old Lanshan picture up. I want to get it pitched up quick so I can get a picture of it with that sunset in the background, because that's absolute thumbnail material. Right, enough waffle, enough chop, more action. Aeroplane there, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that's cool. I feel like I can touch it. I can't, because it's probably about 65,000 feet away, 30 odd thousand feet in the air, and quite a few feet that way as well. No, definitely not. Sorry? Yeah, unreal. Especially for this time of year.
I very nearly came with my hammer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but I thought, because tomorrow's supposed to be misty at sunrise, so it's supposed to be a good one.
You're right. I haven't looked at the sunrise yet.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get a good one. Have a good night.
Thanks very much, mate. Take it easy. Right then, we're all set up. I'm actually really pleased with the pitch we've got here on the old Lanshan. Pegs have gone in okay, but the ground is so rocky. So there you can see I couldn't get that one all the way in. The wind is definitely higher than it was forecast, but pretty pleased with that pitch. That's pretty rigid all over that, isn't it? Not bad at all. Sun's just gone down. I think you saw that on the old tent pitching time lapse. Not time lapse, but you know what I mean. Hell of a sunset though, which means sun's gone down over there, which means sunrise over there, all being well. Whoa, moon's out. That looks pretty cool. That's really bright. So yeah, sunrise should be over there. So I've pitched the tent so the door faces the sunset, therefore the door on the other side should face the sunrise, all being well. Everybody else is off now. There's a couple of people up there taking photos, but they've gone down, so we've got it to ourselves. This is the first camp in ages where we've had a clear view. Let me spin you around. Where we've had a clear view, we've had a sunset. It's not drastically cold, although the temperature has gone down quite a bit since the sun's gone in, but that's to be expected. We've got all the warm gear with us still. Stupidly enough, I actually put my thermals on the walk up. Well, not on the walk up, but before I set off, because I knew I was going to need them now, but I was so hot on the way up on my legs. But I'm glad I've got them on now. I brought me my down jacket and whatnot to stay warm, because even though it's like it was sunny today, it's clear, it looks blue skies, still getting down to 3 degrees tonight, so it's still going to be pretty cold. But this is what it's all about, man. It's fun camping in snow, you know, it's fun camping in a blizzard, it's fun camping in those conditions, but there's always that element of like, something could go wrong here. But honestly, man, look at this. Drink it in, baby. I just want to keep walking around a bit, but you've probably seen it now and you're like, all right, mate, get on with the next bit. Where's Candy with Andy? Well, you're probably not like that. It's me that wants to do Candy with Andy. On the subject of, we've got 2 heavyweights again. You know, when we went camping, we did Starburst and Fruit Pastels, 2 heavyweights of the candy world. Well, we've got 2 heavyweights again today. So yeah, and I don't know which way it's going to go. Sometimes I'll pick the sweets at the shop and I'm like, yeah, I know these are my favourite. I'm not sure tonight. There's 2, I like them both, so I'm going to see which way things swing. I'm going to go have a walk up to the top one more time before we start getting the kit out. Bag's over there, it's not going to blow away, it's all heavy enough to not blow away. Let's have a wander up. Woo! That moon is insane up there. Oh man. What a view. One decent gust and our mincemeat down there. Yeah, step away from that. You know, when the intrusive thoughts go, oh, what if? Ooh. Not in like a weird way, obviously. And there's the tent. Looks miles away, but it's not. It's about 70 metres away. Let's go get set up. I always, for me, whenever I've got water, obviously, I always put the water outside. I never put the water in here. Unless it's like absolutely Baltic, but even then I did it and it froze. And I'm paranoid about water leaking in the tent. I went camping when I was in the Scouts and there was a leak in the tent. And honestly, it's like traumatised me for life. I can't just relax when there's water in, because I know it's just, as soon as there's water in here and like on your gear, it's game over, and it's just always put the water outside. Fun fact, I don't know why I've told you that. Literally no one's arsed. New sleeping bag tonight. The Kathmandu, the brand's Kathmandu, an Aussie brand. It was on like a really good sale on Valley and Peak. It's 700 fill power down, -8 limits, minus like 27 extreme, which just means you won't die. Don't use those temperature limits as a guide. And it was down from like 300 quid to 155 quid or something. So I thought, you know what, treat myself, which is, I do that a lot, you know, treat yourself, Andy. Right, so, as always, one thing, if you ever coming camping, get the biggest bag you can find. This is what I bring the tent in. And then just use this to put every other stuff sack in. Because everything comes in a stuff sack, right? So, keep it, and then in the morning, you know, all your bags are in one place. It's dead easy to find. Oh, get in here. Come. Oh, night. See you in a bit. All the best. Bye for now. Oh. Honestly, it's matte. It's comfy. I'm really glad they sent me another one through after that one went faulty, like I mentioned earlier. I've also, for the purists out there, brought me Game Boy Advance Pokemon Red. So I'm going to give that a bash as well. See how. Oh, what? The corner's broke? Oh, no. Referee. I've taken it to, like, Boston and Italy recently. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, I'm devastated. My Game Boy's broke. I've had this years. Both sides as well. Yeah, that's had an impact somewhere. Both sides have cracked on the screen. Oh, I'm devastated. Right, I'm not going to mention the Game Boy. I'm going to watch Yellowstone. That's upsetting. That's part of my childhood, that. Right, I'm going to relax. And what time are we on now? We are on 18:31. It's 6:30 by my watch. Literally by my watch. So I'm going to, just kick back, relax a bit, and then I'll probably start making dinner about 7:30 or 8 o'clock or something. Just have an hour to chill out a bit. Right then, it's dinner time. The time is now really late. It's 9:30. Started trying to watch Yellowstone, like I said, but I just couldn't get into it, man. I think I was a bit distracted with stuff anyway, so I'm going to give it a try again before bed. But it is dinner time, you'll be pleased to know. What does that entail? Well, I went to Home Bargains on the way here today. I wanted to just get like a curry sauce type thing. Then I was going to get some chicken from Lidl on the way through Leek. And when I was in Home Bargains, I found this. Spice Tailor Punjabi chickpea masala. 3 simple steps, 5 minutes. Delicious bowl of earthly chickpea goodness. I thought, well, I didn't want to get like, you know when you get curry sauce? Let me just move this a sec. You know when you buy a curry sauce and it comes in a big glass jar? Well, obviously I didn't want to carry this is doing my head in. I didn't want to carry a glass jar up for, there we go, obvious reasons. So I saw that in a little sort of cardboard pouch with different pouches, and I thought, that's just the job, that. So I got that. Then I did go to Lidl to get some chicken in addition to the chickpeas. But they didn't have any like normal sized chicken containers, like, you know what I mean? Like I just wanted like diced chicken breast, 250 grams, but they didn't have any. They only had 400 grams of mini fillets, which would have been way too much. So we got some piri piri chicken breast slices, which is definitely 100% real chicken. And also naan breads. I only want one of them, but again, you can't buy. Lidl's probably the worst supermarket for it. I was going to say they don't cater for people who just want to buy a few things, but it's literally a supermarket where people go to do a weekly shop, Andy. So stop complaining that you can't buy one naan bread. So let's have a look what Punjabi chickpea masala is saying to us then. I suppose we've got to open this and then open this.
I don't think we're going to... Hey, look, there's chilies and cardamom pods and bay leaves here. This was proper, this. Right, here we go, with some instructions. So, number 1. Heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a saucepan until hot. Add the spices from the small spice pouch. Add the chili for optional extra heat. And take off the heat. Cook for 15 seconds. Put the pan back on the heat and stir in the chickpeas from the large pouch. Wait, have they got... Is that got... Oh, yeah, there is chickpeas in there, yeah. Chickpeas from the large pouch. Add in the tarka from the medium pouch. Simmer and serve. So there's a dry red chili, a green cardamom pod, a bay leaf, clove, and black cardamom for smoky depth. Dude, I just don't like... You have to fuck about with all that stuff, don't you? You have to like take it out once you've cooked it and like you can't... Oh, you can't eat a bay leaf. I've not seen these before. This is a cool little kit. Well, thankfully, I have bought some oil, so let's do that. So, it says start by... Oh, nearly put the stove out there. It says start by heating up some oil, so I reckon we do that. Let's do that then. Oil. In. Why am I talking like Gordon Ramsay? Oil in. Chicken diced. I'm going to take a picture of the stove. I never do that. Easy Instapic, that, isn't it? It's actually a shit picture, so no, I won't use that. Right, it's so mad how quick the pan warms up. So it says I've got to put this shit in for 15 seconds, right? Alright, they know what they're doing, don't they? So, let's just take this out. I need a rubbish pile. I haven't got a rubbish pile. I need to do that. Right, so, open the sauce pod. Let me just read this one more time. Heat tablespoon. Add the spices from the small spice pouch. Okay. And then just pour them in, I'm guessing. Do you fry bay leaves? Is that what you do? I don't think you do, but whatever. They know more than I do. In they go. For 15 seconds, they said, don't they? Okay. Alright, let that go. I'm not putting the chili in. I mean, I could, but I don't know. I just don't... It's not going to be mad. Yeah, balls to it. Stick it in, man. It's not going to be mad spicy. I just don't want to burn my mouth off on the top of a mountain, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind spice, but I don't want it to be too much. But that's a little chili, it'll be fine. That's probably been longer than 15 seconds, hasn't it? Oh, something's burning. Whoa, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me have a look at the screen. What are we saying here? Let me turn... Can you see that now? Oh, wow, that's... Woohoo! That's a smoky bastard. Frig me. Fucking hell, is that right? Is that fucking right? Black cardamom pod for a smoky depth. You're not fucking kidding. Put the pan back on the heat and stir in the chickpeas from the large pouch. That's this. Yeah, boy. Don't know why I said yeah, boy, like that. 35 years old. Hey, it's my birthday in a couple of weeks. I'll be 36 then. Yeah, that's sort of how age works, Andy, yeah. You go one number up each year. Don't be that guy that goes, well, if you were born on February 29th, you'd only actually be 8. Oh, shut up. Right, sweet. So that's in there now. Are we supposed to remove those spices? I don't know. I reckon we've got the heat on just to... Let's just turn that down a bit. Just simmer this. We don't want to blast it, do we? This says it serves 3 to 5 people, by the way. Does it bollocks? It barely even fills that frigging pan. Right, what's the framing on this camera saying? There we go. That'll do you, won't it? There you go. Right, yeah, so that's cooking away nicely. Fucking hell, looks like someone's wiped their arse on that, doesn't it? Look at that. Someone's been caught short and used a spice Taylor curry mix as some bog roll. Number 3, I can't see now. Add in the tarka from the medium pouch. Right. That's this, is it? I don't know. What's tarka? I don't know. Don't need to know, I suppose. Just need to know I need to put it in here. Alright, in with Bob. And then at this point, it doesn't mention this in the recipe, but at this point we'll add the chicken in as well. So we've gone with the chicken and chickpea. These fucking packets of shite, aren't they? Right. Oh, they're massive pieces. Look at that! Okay. There's a lot here. It's a good job I didn't get that chicken breast of 400 grams. This is only 240 grams. 400 grams would have been well too much. I should have cut this up, shouldn't I? I 100% should have cut this up. I think that'll do as well. It's bubbling around the sides. It's alright, isn't it? Quick blast and off. Right. Then we pick you up a tad. That's about right, isn't it? Yeah. Then we're going to take this chili out. Oh, there's the other bay leaf. Or the other half of the bay leaf. Chickpea, masala or something. With some peri-peri chicken. Really authentic stuff here. Right, bay leaf, you sit there. Okay. See what we're saying. Banging. It's later than I'd planned, to be honest. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, good that. Really nice. I haven't tried the chicken yet. Chickpeas are class, aren't they? Chickpeas are like the Switzerland of the culinary world, aren't they? Like cauliflower. Just neutral. Like, dress them in whatever you want them in. But they're not taking sides. You haven't got a flavour profile with a chickpea, have you? You can put them in what you want to put them in, and they will adopt where you put them. They're like just an all-round. Got some on the 10th floor. That's good. Just an all-round box-to-box midfielder, aren't they? I need you to do this role for me today. I need you to do that role for me today. And they're like, yeah, whatever. I can be in a curry, or I could be potentially a replacement for beef mince in a spag bowl. No matter. I'm going to scram this. Oh, shit, in hell. Nearly forgot. Naan bread city. I'm going to whack the stove back on and just hold the naan bread over the stove. Just warm it up a tad. Of it. It's not been a very professional cooking session from the kitchen point of view in this camp. Right, quick bite of this. I'll tell you what it's like. One bite, you know the rules, keep it healthy. Who says that? Is that pizza review thing? I think it is. Barstool Pizza or something. Dave Portnoy. Right, here we go. Naan bread's the one, ain't it? Naan bread, naan means bread, apparently. So us saying naan bread is like saying bread, from what someone told me. Right. Yeah, it's a bit dry. I'm going to enjoy my bread, and we'll come back in 10 minutes or so. Oh, it's candy with Andy. 2 heavyweights. And that was all right, I was really happy with that. Probably a little bit too much with an naan bread. And I've still got some peri-peri chicken that I don't know, maybe have for breakfast. You can do that, can't you? Right, it's the time. Move them down here so you can't see them, right? Big names in the confectionery world. We've got wine gums versus jelly babies. Although the jelly babies are jelly chicks ready for Easter. Let me turn that off, sorry. Jelly babies versus wine gums. That is huge in the confectionery world. I'm assuming the jelly chicks are exactly the same as jelly babies. They're just shaped like chickens because Easter's en route. Right, so without further delay. By the way, this is a silly tip. Not really a tip. This is just a life thing. When you're opening bags of sweets or bags of anything, just don't rip it all the way. Just leave that bit on. It's not the end of the world. Like, it flaps around. It can be a little bit annoying, but there's now one less bit of litter you have to worry about. There's another tip of the day. Right then. Red wine gum in the shape of a Batman shape. Now, what I will say here is, sweets that are usually soft, but I've gone hard because it's 3 degrees out here, have a tougher time in Candy with Andy because these should be soft. They're a little bit... Oh, they taste so juicy. However, I'm going to get my other foot in my sleeping bag. They should be softer. They should be softer. I can't score them down because of their performance 1,800 feet in the air. Jelly babies or jelly chicks, leave your flap on. You can leave your flap on. Fucking hell, if that's a chick. Jesus. Don't know how that's made it through QA/QC. Oh man, these are juicy as well. Woo! Ugh! I haven't had either of these sweets for years. It does leave that chalky residue though, don't it, Jelly Babies? Jelly Babies, by the way, completely unaffected by the temperature. Still chewy. Oh man, this is a tough one. Wine gum. I'm gonna double wine gum. I'm gonna go yellow and blackcurrant, purple, whatever. They've ended up a little bit like sports mixture. You know, the ones that are a bit harder. Okay, let me focus. This might be the toughest yet. I mean that. Fruit Pastel Starburst was tough, but I think this is... I'm going to go wine gums. Let me just stick a Jelly Baby in just to make sure. I mean, they are lovely. Can't have a dead heat. Nuh-uh. No, I'm going to go wine gums. I've just noticed, by the way, a bit of a civil war, both made by Maynards. Didn't realise that. I thought one of these was Bassett's. Or is Maynard's Bassett's? We are passionate about great quality Maynard's Bassett's products. They are Bassett's. Not completely satisfied, please contact us. What? With a phone number. I'm gonna ring it right now. I wonder if anyone can answer and say, I'm gonna say that I was camping and I had what number are we? 0800, can't quite see, 0800 818181 based in Birmingham. 818181. See if Maynard's answer the phone at 10:10 on a Sunday.
Thank you for calling the Cadbury Care Line. Unfortunately, the line is now closed. You can reach us during our normal opening hours, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Alternatively, you can send us a message via the contact section of the website, www.cadbury.co.uk. Thank you and have a great day.
No, thank you. It's all just one big racket, isn't it? The confectionery world. There's kingpins at the top. But there's no mention of Cadbury on here. It says Maynard Bassett. So everyone owns everyone in this world, and then in this bloody corporate world we live in. Is it like Unilever owns something like 75% of the products that are in your house or something like that? Right, that'll do, I think. Wine Gums takes it. I'm going to make a bracket and put it on the screen. I'm going to forget to do it whilst I'm editing it, but I am going to make a bracket so you can see who won, who's into the next round, because I think we've done 5 or 6 now. I think once we get to 8, we can so we've had a quarter final, then we can have a semi-final, and then a final, and then we can find out who is the confectionery king. Then we can move on to something else. If you've got any ideas for the next round, let me know. Somebody said Balding and Scalding, just review hot drinks, various hot chocolates, cup of soups, things like that, which I think is a great shout. Scalding and Balding. So if you can think of anything else, let me know. I'm going to try and watch Yellowstone again and see if I can just sort of go into some kind of slumber and try and get into it this time. I was just thinking about loads of stuff when I was watching it last time. I wasn't properly like zoned in on it. I was thinking about like what I was going to do for dinner. I was thinking about I didn't have my sleeping bag out, so I was like, okay, let's get my sleeping bag out. I was thinking about a load of different stuff. So, and on that bombshell, I'm going to call it a night, and I'll see you in the morning. Oh, morning. No, I just had the camera set up all night and had the microphone on, ready for when I woke up. It always makes me laugh when you see videos like that and people pretend to wake up on the camera. Like they haven't already been awake, obviously. Morning. Not a bad night's sleep. Got about 6 hours or so. I couldn't go to... I don't know why, I just didn't get tired till like midnight. It's about 6:30 now. 6:36, which is apparently the exact time sunrise was supposed to be today. And if I spin you around, it looks like it's bright out there, which is good. So I'm hoping we'll get a sunrise, and again, a bit like we did last night, we can lose our head to a big ball of hydrogen. So it got quite cold in the night, and the wind was a bit weird last night. The wind was like, it came in like squalls almost. Like quite, not like mad heavy, but like heavy enough to wake me up sometimes. But then I'd be like, oh wow, it's windy out there. And then it would just stop. And then there'd be nothing. And then it would like start again like an hour and a half later or something. Just coming out on this end here, on the head end, just whipping on the side. But tent held up well, I think. I haven't been outside yet, but it looks alright, so. So, yeah, I'm not going to hang about. Obviously, we'll try and watch the sunrise if we can, and then get packed up and get cleared off. It's not too long a walk back to the car. I think it's about 45 minutes or so. Just have to be careful on the way down because it's the first bit of the way down is pretty steep. So I go steady with that, and like all good camps, wine gums for breakfast. Let's see what the sunrise is saying. Oh, nearly dropped the tripod then. Woohoo! Looks like it's about to come up. In that direction, baby. Let's get out there. Whew. I tell you what, it's brisk, but you can just see, I think we're going to get a decent one. Spin you around a sec. There's a layer of cloud just at the bottom of the horizon, which is stopping the sun. You would be able to see the sun by now. It's going to come over this way. Obviously, I want it to go that way because there's no cloud there. All the clouds there, but yeah, it should pop up in a sec. You can see why they call it the Dragon's Back. That's all I said yesterday, isn't it? I'm actually going to have a little bit of a walk around just to make sure the tent's okay, which it is, obviously. Everything's in fine fettle there. And then just going to pin the doors back and watch this bad boy come up, I think. There it is. Finally peeping over the clouds. What a morning. Honestly, I'm back in the sleeping bag, just watching the sun come up. This is the life, man, honestly. Why do we do 9 to 5s? Why don't we just sleep on mountains and watch the sun? I suppose then because you wouldn't be able to buy wine gums, would you? That's the problem. And as we've quite found out over the last 12 hours, I quite like wine gums. Don't want to get up now. Just want to sit here all day. I tell you what, the beauty though of camping on a Sunday is there's no one up here for the sunrise. If this was a Saturday night and a Sunday morning, there'd be people up here by now watching the sunrise, which is fine, obviously. Just means you have to pack up a bit earlier. Whereas with it being a Monday morning, a lot more people at work. I know there's something about with it being Monday. I can hear the quarry that's over that way, a big lime quarry. I can hear that's now in operation. With it being a Monday, I feel like a bit more serene in the sense that I know that 20 miles away from here, the world is, I mean, this is again a bit kitchen 4 o'clock in the morning, but like the world's, there's rush hours in Manchester, which is 25 miles away. Stoke will have mad traffic, people rushing to work. And there's something serene about being up here on a Monday morning. And then in about 15 minutes, I'm going to walk back down to the car and be a part of it. That sunrise is magic. Wowzers. Sleeping bag bob on though. Really, at one point last night, I woke up about 2 a.m. because of the wind. I was like too warm, I had to unzip it a little bit. And it got down to like 3 degrees apparently, but with the wind it did feel a bit colder, especially in this tent because it doesn't block out the wind very well. It comes up underneath obviously. But no, very impressed with that. It's my first ever down sleeping bag I've ever had. And yeah, it was comfy, and it squashes into the bottom of the bag, down into knout basically. Right, ready for the most depressing sound in all of camping? Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. So upsetting to hear. Right then, that's where we were, knout left. Make sure there's no pegs in the ground. An absolute classic and easy mistake to make. But nothing but a bit of flattened grass. Right, we're going back that way. Right down here, and then right before we get to that second ridge. Round there. We've parked the car where that farm is. The other side of there, you can't, it's hidden by some bushes, but the other side of there, so you can just see the first house on the track and then make our way around. What a morning, eh? Look at that. Glistening over the rest of the field. Sheep over there loving it. They love a sunrise. I don't know that, but I'm guessing they do. Wow. What a night to have chosen to come out, man. Let's get going. I'm all for a walk-away shot. Not when I've got to start climbing back up here at 7 in the morning. I understand the commitment that's involved in this.
joke, this. Having to fetch this. Well, that's comedic timing, isn't it? Genuinely feel like I'm walking through the Shire. Another camp completed, first ever one on a Sunday night, and I tell you what, it's different. Jump in the motor, back home, log on, and rejoin the world of hustle and bustle, and leave this world of serenity. You know what? I keep going on about Sunday night, Monday morning. With it being a Monday morning, I've not seen a soul. And this is a very popular walking path. Crome Hill is a very popular place to walk up on a Saturday and Sunday. So if this was a Sunday morning after a Saturday night, this would be flooded. I think I might have unlocked the new meta. Sunday night, it only works in when the sun starts coming up at 6:30 so you can get home in time. When the sun's rising at like 8 AM, that's no use. Well, this is where I'll leave you. Thanks as always if you've got involved with the channel. Some of you might have come over from my other city's channel, some of you might not have. But either way, I'm really grateful. And I'm actually out again next weekend. I've got Saturday night free next week, so I'm going to go camping again. Don't know what to do. Don't know whether to go higher up, a bit more extreme, or whether to do another hammock camp. I've actually bought a different hammock. I've got an XL hammock now. Shout out DD Hammocks. Unbelievable customer service. I've said that a few times, but I'll say it again. So I might do another hammock camp. Or I don't know. If you've got any suggestions around the peaks, even slightly further afield, let me know. But yeah, once again, thanks for getting involved. Click subscribe if you would, please. Begging there, aren't I, really? Cringe. One last look at that sunrise. I'll see you next time. Cheers!